Welcome back to the Golden Trail World Series for another double-header of trail running perfection. This time in California for the Headlands 27K and the Mammoth 26K, the last chances for our athletes to score points before heading to the final. The season began with 2021 champion Switzerland's Maud Mathis winning our opener in the heat of Kobe, Japan, alongside Kenyan Patrick Kipengino. He then backed it up with another victory in the altitude of the Four Sisters mountain race in China, compatriot Joyce Najiru claiming her first ever win. Spain's Kylian Jornet gave a masterclass in technical running to win his 10th Zegama Ascori, contrasting Norway's Sylvia Nordskar, not just her first ever win, but her first ever golden podium. At the Mont Blanc Marathon, France, the final descent decided both the men's and the women's race. Morocco's Elisina Lazoui and Switzerland's Judith Wieder, both claiming their first of the season. And Kylian was pushed all the way to the line at Sierra Zanao in Switzerland, 2 seconds ahead of 2023 winner Philemon Kiriago. All the talk, however, was about Kenyan Joylene Chepengeno winning in her debut trail race. Incredible. Storms and lightning forced the Tatcha Sky Race in Poland to abandon mid-race. Which brings us to America. Our athletes are San Francisco bound, knowing that only their best 3 results will count towards the final.
Yeah, I think I will try to win both of the 2 races and then all the cards will play at the final, I think.
It's 200 points for a win. Patrick and El Hussein both tied at the top of the men's, but Patrick only needs 1 more win for maximum points, whereas El Hussein needs a clean sweep in the US.
No, I'm not scared about anybody. I can say I will win.
I won 1 race, so the only way to improve this is to win 1 race here.
With only 2 finishes, Philemon Kiriago is likely to join our top 5 should he race to potential.
According to me, I do trust myself for whatever coming.
In the women's, the names missing from our top 10 are as notable as the ones within. Maud is unfortunately injured out of contention, and with Marlin focusing on the final, Joyce is the favourite to exploit their absence.
I will be patient tomorrow as possible and try to see who is who and what is what and when to go.
But with last year's final winner Madalena Faria only on 2 finishes and the 29 champion Judith Wieder only on 1, our top 3 could look completely different by the time our athletes depart the Golden State.
This race and Mammoth will be the fast race, the real full gas. I like it. For this I don't need brain.
I had to stop Cercinal. I only have 1 race until now. If there would have been 4 counting, it would definitely be hard to be top 10 in the final. Now I'm here, I still have the possibility to get these 3 races counting, and we will see what happens.
Adjustments to our course actually bring the race to 30k, split over 3 climbs, each increasing in steepness and difficulty. The Californian carpet is runnable throughout, and unless someone makes a mistake, it's hard to see any athlete regaining the lead once adrift of the front pack. Over the first 2 short climbs, it'll be hard to create a gap, so it's likely the battles won't unfold until the steepness of our final hill. But if you've not made your move before the peak, you could become trapped in second down the single track switchbacks and have a very short sprint into the finish, so tactical racing is essential. Our athletes to watch. Kenya's Patrick Kipengino is the form climber. He's won twice this season, but was outstripped for pace in Sierra Zanao. Can he create an early winning lead? Romanian Madalena Faria has a 1:11 half marathon time and also won last year's final, but is yet to deliver similar form this year. Can she peak in Headlands? Last year's series champ Switzerland's Rebbe Bonnet is 4 wins from 4 in the US, but is yet to leave his mark this season. He'll need to attack the climbs to neutralise his rival's speed. Mont Blanc winner Swiss Judith Wieder has the best downhill over technical terrain. Can she transfer that advantage to these smoother trails? Kenyan Philemon Kiriago nearly chased down Kylian at Sierra Zanao, so has the closing speed to win if he can stay in contention on the climbs. Compatriot Joyce Najiru has the speed winning in China, but shed places in the second half of Kobe and Sierra Zanao. Can she pace herself to victory? It's Moroccan Elassine Elazouy's American debut. He won last year's final over a similar looped course and won the tactical battle. Can they drop him before the final descent? Local Anna Gibson trains on this course, and the shorter climbs and course speed should suit her. She's one of several American track runners who could step up today.
How are you feeling, Judith?
What's the next question?
If I will not run fast, maybe I will be beautiful.
Yes, look.
Let's go!
Bart, what's up with the mustache?
I hope the mustache give me +5 for speed.
Golden Trail starts are always electric, but with single track trail after just 800 meters, it was a full-on sprint for positions.
Strategy for me was to start fast, to arrive there, to don't go in this river.
The start is very rapid.
In the beginning, I said you have to take it easy, not to read.
The speed of the first climb allowed Joyce and Madalena to pull away, and the American duo of Anna Gibson and Lauren Gregory to deploy their track speed. The men's was a similar story, our fantastic four setting into a pack, but unusually on the first climb, it was Philemon who was trading the lead with Remy, with Patrick sat a few seconds off the back. A sign of early confidence? Or a chink in the armour?
They were behind me. I was running my race, 90% in front.
The first descent and second climb offered no significant challenges to our athletes. Joyce and Madalena both looking comfortable. Who would strike first? But behind them, Lauren was looking the more comfortable of the two home soil athletes. Judith still in the hunt in fifth.
Yeah, you have confidence, but today for me it's difficult because it's not technical, it's fast.
There was no change in the men's front pack, although Patrick was now back in the mix. But behind them, Italian Cesare Maestri and American Christian Allen were in a battle for fifth. On the descent into Stinson Beach, Joyce made her move.
I felt like the pace is too slow and they might be chasing us, and I tried to push and she wasn't there to hold the pace anymore.
Hey, you are good?
Yeah.
Okay, be careful.
Third uphill, there was coming her to fly. Was not possible to push.
Joyce continued to push the pace on the climb and by the peak was out of sight with a 30-second lead.
Before the last downhill, I know I have to push if I want to win.
Climbing done, Philemon pounced, ripping apart the pack.
I tried to push, let me drop. We left with Russi.
The men's pace kept on increasing, averaging 2:57 per kilometre, a 14:45 5k time.
We had to slow down at every turn, and Philemon was catching me when I was leaving.
Philemon's chance would be the final corner. Closing fast, he was forced to brake as El Hassim turned, starting his sprint. El Hassim collapsed over the line in 1:55.27.
Today it was the fastest race of my life.
Philemon's second by just 2 seconds in only 2 races. Patrick pushed through for third in 1:56.01, with Remy cruising in for fourth. Christian Allen taking his first ever top 5. With the finish in sight, Joyce pushed to the line to take her second Golden Trail victory in 2:17.36.
My aim was like to be on the podium, but I find myself winning and it was really good.
Madalena taking second, 50 seconds adrift. And Lauren Gregory claiming her first Golden Trail podium in 2:19.16. Judith finished in fourth, with fellow Swiss runner Uriah Liacci seizing fifth on the final descent. Racing done, we headed on a road trip taking in the iconic Lake Tahoe, and relaxing in the hot springs. We'll be back with the Mammoth Lakes 26K. Super fast, but peaking at a breathless 3,360 meters of elevation. Stay tuned. You're joining the Golden Trail World Series as we head to Mammoth Lakes, California. 26 kilometers with 1,100 meters of climbing. This is the final chance for our athletes to gain points before our final in Switzerland, so the stakes are high.
Last year, I was following this banana. I was not expected to arrive in another part, and when I arrived back, I was pushing so hard to don't follow this banana. I hope this year I will not meet again.
I've never won any race in this year. I'm looking forward to have one title that I won. I don't want to cross the year before winning.
We're traveling with the whole group. Everything goes around trail running. I haven't seen my family, so I know it's going to be a hard one, but I try to do my work as I did last year.
I managed well the altitude. The past years I was feeling really good. Yeah, I will play with this and I hope they will blow up with the altitude.
For me, I will just run to finish. I will go with my own pace. Right now I have to win. I'm okay with that.
Philemon, Patrick, Remy, you have experience for this race because last year they ran it, but I will try my best.
Our Loops course starts with 7K of mainly road and packed trail. The technical climb starting at Twin Lakes, where the proper race will begin. Over the top is frustratingly slow, combining soft trail and altitude. Then it's flat out down the mountain, other than a new speed bump near McCoy. They'll blast out and speed will get you to Twin Lakes, but that's when power kicks in, so expect attacks. This course will grind them down, inviting an ambush at McCoy's technical descent, then free fall to the finish. Our athletes to watch: Joyce Njiru, the form runner who lives at altitude. Can she make it 2 from 2 in the US? El Hacina Lazoui, devastating on such a downhill, but could the elevation blunt his sting? Philemon Kiriago, so close in Headlands, and possesses a downhill to chase down any early leader. Madalena Floria was leading last year before she took a wrong turn, and desperately needs a victory this season. Remy Bonnet, defending champ, has already broken the vertical kilometre record this week. Can he get a W to his name? Judith Wieder, last year's winner, can she deploy her downhill speed to success? Patrick Kibangeno can attack the steep climb and delivered at 4,000 metres in China. He needs a win to re-lead our series. American Lauren Gregory has a 15:18 5k time, perfect for unleashing on this downhill.
I always sleep well before the race.
No nerves.
Yes, I want to skip this day.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's go. If you run this fast today, it will be very good.
We will try our best.
Come on, guys.
With so many former track stars in the field, the women blasted out, with a large group forming for the first few kilometres. In the men's, Philemon was first to push the pace, Remy and El Hassin following his lead. Patrick, happy being adrift in the chasing pack. As they started the climb to Twin Lakes, Joyce eased away.
I felt good and I thought I can try to push from them.
And by the first aid station, had taken a 20-second lead over Madalena. Lauren Gregory a further 20 behind. As they hit the climb, our fantastic four reformed. But Philemon was intent on attack, stringing out the group, all still within 15 seconds. Joyce maintained her intensity on the climb, stretching out to a 2-minute lead by the peak.
I was afraid because I knew Magdalena is strong in uphill. She never resisted, so I knew, okay, it's an advantage for me.
I was not accepting when I saw her step by step create a gap.
Rachel Drake had been stomping up the Dragon's back, overtaking 3 runners to gain 3rd place as she started descending. Anna Gibson 20 seconds behind.
Yeah, I was maintaining my pace and that's why I started leading from 7 kilometers up to the end.
Surprisingly, Remy was struggling to keep up on the climb, and as the steepness increased, Patrick and El Hassin took control. Summiting together 90 seconds ahead of Remy, who only had a 40-second lead over Philemon. Surely not enough given the descent. Joyce and Madalena were running parallel speeds, pulling away at the front, stretching to a 2-minute lead over the top. Behind, Rachel and Anna kept on trading places. Rachel's strength countering Anna's speed.
Attack on the downhill. He's just running straight. Wow, that's a crazy speed.
I was accelerating very fast, maybe too much.
The technical section flew by and Patrick again reeled him in, a stalemate with 5k to go. Patrick unveiled an impressive sprint, closing on El Hussein.
On the sprint to the finish line, Patrick tried to overtake me, but on the wrong side.
There was some drama, but in athletics, we have to accept everything.
Then an all-out effort to the line, El Hussein winning by less than a second.
Patrick today is very, very strong, but I was ready to give my maximum.
Philemon claimed third, 20 seconds ahead of Remy. And Italian Daniel Pattis finished in fifth, another fine result. Joyce beamed her way into the finish in 2:11.56. Her third win of the season, maximum points for the final.
We still have the 2 races in the finals. I have to keep the fighting spirit until the end.
Madalena claimed her second in 2:14. And Anna Gibson won the battle for third to claim her first podium of the season. Rachel Drake finished in fourth, with Tabor Hemming making it 3 Americans in our top 5. Let's see how that's changed the overall leaderboards heading into the final. In the women's, Joyce is on maximum points. Madalena's 3 seconds enough for second. And Judith and Anna Gibson enter our top 10 for the first time. In the men's, the top 5 places mirror the result of Mammoth Lakes. Elliseen's 3 wins accumulating a perfect 600 points. Daniel Pattis leapfrogging Bar Prodrojewski to take 5th. We're back for our grand final from the 17th of October in Ascona Locarno, Switzerland. A mix of fast, fluid uphills and technical descents. And with 400 points on offer for our winners, it's truly going to be the race of the season. See you there.